Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, one of the most famous musicians from classical period, created more than 600 works including operas, concertos, symphonies, and sonatas, which all greatly shaped the classical music. Born in a musical family in Salzburg, Wolfgang had traveled with his father Leopold Mozart and his sister at an early age, and it was their European tours allowed Wolfgang to meet many accomplished musicians and absorb and adapt important features from their works, in order to create his own unique compositional style later on. However, among a wide range of influences throughout his life, I believe that Johann Christian Bach played a leading role in influencing Mozart's musical style, which can be reflected from the parallels in their works and other people's written documents. Mozart's connection to Bach can be traced back to Mozart family's first trip to London. There are many documents that can prove the extraordinary relationship Mozart had with Bach, written by Wolfgang himself, his father, and his sister. For example, in his sister's diary, she reveals that Johann Christian Bach, the Queen's teacher, took the son between his legs. The former played a few bars, and the other continued. And in this way, they played a whole sonata, and someone not seeing it would have thought that only one man was playing. We can tell that Mozart must have formed an intimate and personal relationship with Bach while he was in London. In addition, Mozart must have been familiar with Bach's instrumental style because he was able to mimic Christian so closely that others could not distinguish the difference and thought only one man was playing. Due to the close bonds between Mozart and Bach, some characteristics, like the use of keys, tempo, and slow movements in Bach's early symphonies, can be recognized in Mozart's works. Let me show you the similarities between Johann Christian Bach's Opus 3, which consists of a set of 6 symphonies, and Mozart's early symphony K16 as an example. What you hear now is Bach's Symphony Opus 3, number 1 in D major. He uses a reduced orchestra which contains mainly strings, oboes, horns, and bass. It is in the 3-movement opera overture style, rather than the later mature 4-movement symphony. The first movement is in an early sonata allegro form and introduces 2 themes that are repeated again in the tonic key. Between the 2 themes, there is no clear developmental section. The strings and the fast tempo in the first movement highlight a bright and happy atmosphere, and Bach carefully prepares for the end of the movement. The second movement is in Andante, which contrasts the mood in the first movement, and the last movement is in Presto. And then I will show you Mozart's Symphony No. 1 in E flat major K16. Similarly, in Mozart's this musical piece, he uses the same orchestration like Bach, 2 oboes, 3 horns, and strings, and the same simplistic form, allegro, andante, and presto. The beginning of the first movement demonstrates a sense of gallant music, followed by the introduction of the first theme, and then the second theme after transition. Just like Bach's symphony, there is no developmental section. Mozart simply repeats the first theme group of the exposition in the dominant key and then modulates to a minor key. The second theme then repeats in the key of the tonic. Therefore, the movement seems like a binary form with the lack of development section. The combination of strings and other instruments creates a smooth and elegant melody, and at the same time, the fast tempo helps set off a cheerful feeling for the audience. Even though Mozart and his family only stayed in London for 15 months, Bach had a lasting impact on Mozart. We can tell that from the high frequency of his name mentioned in Mozart's letter and the music later on. Mozart's piano concertos provide another link to Bach's music. In fact, Mozart's K107 concertos are simply piano quartet arrangements of Bach's Opus 5 keyboard sonatas. The instrumentation of Mozart's music pieces, 2 violins, a cello, and a piano, matches what Bach used in his Opus 1 and 7 concertos. Just like the arrangements of Bach's sonatas, Mozart adds 2D sections to his works, which feature sections of keyboard solo in alternation with the full ensemble. In the first movement, we can tell that Mozart closely mimics the rhythm, melody, accompaniment, and harmony of Bach's sonata. However, he has inserted 4 2D sections, which introduce Bach's melodic motifs. The first 2D section is the most significant one, and the other 3 2D sections are shorter and simply provide emphasis for the ending of a particular section. To sum up, Mozart was born at the musical transition period, when composers across Europe were experimenting new practice. Bach happened to be one of those experimental composers who came into contact with Mozart during his young, influencing him considerably. Because of Bach, Mozart was exposed to different styles from Germany, Italy, and England, and because of Bach, Mozart received a solid musical foundation upon which he built his exceptional compositional style. Therefore, it is undeniable that Bach played a crucial role in helping establish Mozart's musical style and also the later classical style.